what's in your chronic pain backpack. The chronic pain backpack worksheet is a sort of an overview of what's coming in the next couple of modules. Essentially, it starts to get you to think about what you might be carrying, what might be weighing you down, not just in a physical but possibly in an emotional way too. So the way it's set out is that the first sheet of the worksheet gives you some examples of what might be causing your system to be overwhelmed. Some things will be big and some things will be small. We often describe them when we talk to patients in the clinic as being like rocks in your backpack. So some things, as I say, they're almost more like pebbles, but they're a bit of annoyance and they actually just can be slightly irritating. And sometimes things are really, really big and they're like a much larger boulder or rock that is in your backpack. The difference too between the things in your backpack is there are some things that you can unpack and take out of your backpack, and we will talk about that in a later module. But there are also things that sometimes we can't necessarily take out of our backpack, and these might be ongoing situations, ongoing stressors. And so sometimes what we need to do is identify everything that's in your backpack so that actually what we realise we can do is take out quite a lot of the small things, which lessens the load even if we can't take some of the big things out of the backpack. An example of this might be that you're caring for an elderly relative, and essentially you can't not do that, but what you might be able to do is you might be able to get some help and all those sorts of things, but there might be something else that you could take off your plate. It might be that you could actually arrange for somebody else to take your children to school. Now I know this sounds really sort of simplistic, but actually until you identify all the things that are in your backpack, you don't know what it is that you need to unpack or what you can unpack. So we find this a really useful tool to help you to see what's going on, all the different factors that might be influencing your pain. So, as I say, have a look at the first sheet. It covers things like stress, anxiety, pain. Pain in its own right becomes a stressor. It might cover family, friends, work. Just, as I say, have a look at the front sheet, see what resonates with you. And on the second sheet, those sections are duplicated, so you can, if there's something that resonates there, you can fill it in on the second sheet. And the third sheet has been left blank. And that means that what you can do there is actually, if there's something that we haven't thought of, or something that is, very unique to you, you can add it into the boxes on the third sheet. And again, what this gives us is an overview of what you're carrying and what areas that we may need to look at in the Unpack Your Backpack module.